Hey Falcon fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Before we start today's video on what is a very interesting week regarding our Falcons and potential trades in the draft, make sure you guys are subscribed to our new Chat Sports Falcons channel here, which you're watching right now. Just go down below and hit that red subscribe button. The more subs we get, the more videos we can keep doing to keep you guys up to date on the latest Atlanta Falcons news and rumors. All right, Falcon fans, let's jump in the latest Falcons news and rumors, starting with the Falcons quarterback situation and a new revelation from Peter King, who's talking about how Atlanta is not going to force a quarterback at number 4, which is very interesting because I think a lot of people are expecting Atlanta to go quarterback at number 4. However, for some people who are hoping or at least waiting to see if they're not going to be able to take a quarterback and they might go for another need in terms of whether that's pass rusher or trading back or cornerback or tight end, Peter King shed some light on this in terms of the fact that the Falcons are kind of waiting on the Niners to see what the Niners do at 3, and that will kind of base what Atlanta wants to do at number 4 off of that. I think it all depends really on what quarterback the Falcons want the most. If that quarterback is taken at number 3 overall by the San Francisco 49ers, then you could have a trade back or maybe draft Kyle Pitts scenario, which people are talking about a lot right now in Atlanta. Let's start right now with the Peter King quote on the Atlanta Falcons, where this story originates from. You throw it up on your screen right now. Quote, "They will not force a quarterback. Lots of people around the league feel they'll just sit and take a Florida tight end Kyle Pitts. That could be pre-draft logical thinking without any real knowledge. The Falcons know they have a perfectly fine quarterback in Matt Ryan, entering his age 36 year, figuring he's got several seasons of above-average play left. When I say they won't force a quarterback, I mean that Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith share this view," which I think is good. That last line there is very important for Falcon fans with the new GM and new head coach. Let me ask you guys this. Which quarterback do you think the Falcons want at number 4 overall? Is it Justin Fields? Is it Zach Wilson? Is it Trey Lance? Is it Mac Jones? Is it somebody else? If they got the quarterback that they wanted to fall, which one would it be? Let me know down below. Now, I think the Falcons really want Justin Fields, and I think that's the whole reason why you see an article like this pop up from Peter King, and that's what he's hearing around the National Football League, because think about it. If the Falcons want Fields, they sit at 4, they kind of have a 50-50 chance of actually having him fall, because the rumors right now are that San Francisco likes either Mac Jones or Justin Fields, and so you could see a scenario because the 49ers are playing their pick at number 3 so close to the vest, that the Falcons just have to kind of sit and wait till draft night, and if the Niners go ahead and take Mac Jones and Justin Fields falls, then boom, you go ahead and grab Justin Fields, and the Falcons have their quarterback of the future. However, if Justin Fields goes number 3 to the San Francisco 49ers, which I think that he will, I think Atlanta might look to move back because I don't think they're sold on Trey Lance, and I really don't think they're sold on Mac Jones, and maybe they stay put and take Kyle Pitts, but it's very, very high to go ahead and take a tight end. I'm very much out on that. Either way, though, as we've heard in recent reports and over the past couple of weeks, they obviously are going to keep Matt Ryan, and I think Matt Ryan will start regardless of if it is Mac Jones or Trey Lance or someone else later on, like a Kellen Mond or Kyle Trask. Obviously, Matt Ryan is going to go ahead and be the starting quarterback of the current and most likely the future, at least the future being potentially into next year based on the contract. However, if they do go quarterback at number 4, it'll just be a matter of time until, Justin Fields or Trey Lance or Mac Jones ends up winning the starting job in Atlanta, as they rightfully should if they're taking that high in this year's draft. So I like the idea, again. Not going to force anything. Not going to get a quarterback that they don't like. But as a Falcon fan, you got to hope that the Niners don't take the quarterback that Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith want to take. And I think that's probably going to go ahead and be Justin Fields. But that's the latest news according to according to Peter King from NBC Sports. And I like the current reports saying they're not going to go ahead and force a quarterback. Okay, before we go ahead and keep going, again, make sure you guys are subscribed to Falcons TV, Falcons Today, as you just go ahead and go down below and hit that big red subscribe button. We have 16,019 subscribers right now, and we're trying to get that to 2,000 before the start of the NFL Draft. We continue to grow here on this brand new, fledgling channel that hopefully will go ahead and blossom into your one-stop shop for everything regarding the Atlanta Falcons. All right, Falcon fans, there's a brand new mock draft that Mel Kiper Jr. has put out, and it's very interesting. It's a 2-round mock draft, so you see what the Falcons could do with number 4 overall, as well as with their number 35 overall, their second-round draft pick. So let's see what Kiper has the Falcons doing by throwing up the first 4 picks on your screen. Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, and then Mac Jones were 1, 2, and 3. Now, conventional wisdom for me would say stay put and take Justin Fields because that's the quarterback that would make the most sense to go to the Atlanta Falcons. However, it's not the case at all, as Mel Kiper has the Falcons trading back. Look at this trade that I put up on your screen right now. The mock trade that Kiper has in his latest mock draft had the Dolphins going from 6 to 4, and the Falcons getting 6 overall, their 2022 second-round draft pick and 2022 third-round draft pick. So more additional draft picks going forward in the future. And honestly, I don't hate the trade. I mean, 4 to 6 to me is not that bad, although to me it's kind of weird they would go ahead and pass on Justin Fields, but that's not the important part here. A trade back to 6 would be, to me, worth it if they wanted to go ahead and move back in this draft. So let's go back to the mock draft here and see what Kiper had Miami doing it for. They have them taking Kyle Pitts, which goes back to conventional wisdom and some rumors talking about how Atlanta is very interested in Kyle Pitts. So you can see the scenario here where Miami wants to jump up and be sure they get to a Tagovailoa, the Florida tight end. He has Cincinnati taking Penei Sewell at number 5, which makes a lot of sense, which leads us to the 6th overall draft pick, now owned by the Atlanta Falcons, according to the Mel Kiper mock, and he has him taking Trey Lance, the North Dakota State quarterback, instead of Justin Fields, which is very strange. I mean, this to me is a very interesting mock pick, but I guess it's because Kiper likes Trey Lance and he's like the idea of him going to the Atlanta Falcons. My issue with him is that he only played one game in 2020, and it was at North Dakota State, which is an FCS school. And even though he's a great athletic quarterback with size and strength, it's a very risky thing for the Falcons to go ahead and do because he needs a lot of development and time to get up to speed at an NFL level, let alone a Power 5 college football level. Lance is a huge risk, and I understand trading back to number 6 overall. I'd be all for it in this draft, but if Justin Fields is there, which he is in this mock draft with Sewell and Pitts going off there at 5 and 4, why not just take Justin Fields, who to me is way more of an NFL-ready quarterback? It's just very, very confusing why a lot of people keep mocking Trey Lance so high. Maybe he turns out to be good. I could be wrong. You never know. I just look at Trey Lance and I say, why would you take a massive, massive risk over someone in Justin Fields who at least has some good game film at a big-time Power 5 school in big-time games? We talk about the college football playoff games over the past couple of seasons. But again, just reading the mock, as it says here, from Mel Kiper Jr. Now, let's go to the second round here. I really like his second round draft pick. Let's take a look first at the 5 picks before number 35 overall. He has Azeez Ojulari going to Buffalo, Jason Oweh going to Kansas City, Christian Barmore going to Tampa Bay, Kadarius Toney going to Jacksonville, the Florida wide receiver. Travis Etienne goes to the Jets, one spot before with Najee Harris off the board as well. And that leaves him with Gregory Rousseau being the number 35 overall pick, according to Mel Kiper Jr., the pass rusher out of Miami. I honestly love the pick. I'd be shocked if Rousseau was there at 35 overall. I think he's way better and it's going to be a first-round draft pick. But if Ojulari were to be there or Oweh were to be there, who were taken earlier in this mock draft, I would take them equally. I mean, if any of these star pass rushers, who at least are going to be in the first or second round prospects, are there, I am all for the for the Falcons to go ahead and draft them. And I think that Rousseau provides a much-needed boost at the defensive end spot. Even with the restructuring of Dante Fowler, this is a football team that needs pass rushers, and Rousseau is one of the better ones in this draft. And so even though Etienne and Harris are gone, running back could be an option here, but if one of those pass rushers were to fall, and Rousseau's considered a top 5 pass rusher, I think Atlanta absolutely has to go ahead and jump in on it. So honestly, the mock is pretty good. I like the trade back. I just don't like missing out on Justin Fields and taking Trey Lance instead. All right, grade Mel Kiper's two-round Falcons mock draft down below. A, B, C, D, or F. I like it, but I don't like the quarterback, so I'm going to go B-. If it would have been Justin Fields, this is honestly probably an A-plus draft. I feel very, very good about it if I were a Falcon fan, but I want to see what you guys think. Grade Kiper's 2-round mock draft down below right now.